guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is James. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're on the other side of the property basically because it's shaded right here. That's why, because it's hot. And we waited to the evening, waited for a little bit of shade, so now here we are. But let's get the important things out of the way first, guys. I think it's necessary we get that stuff out of the way. All the optics you're going to see in today's video were purchased by me. Over the years, I've gradually just bought different Vortex optics, Vortex tripods, but we did get one sent to us just recently, and it's this one right here. This one right here was sent to us by Vortex to kind of do some testing on and kind of use and give our honest opinion, and that's what we're going to do today, guys. But if you're interested in the Ranger HD 3000 by Vortex, or brand new range finding binocular, they do sell them over at Gun Connection, Taylor, Texas. Also a sponsor of the channel. Great people. If you need guns, you need ammo, you need some gunsmithing work, Gun Connection at Taylor, Texas is the place to go. But regardless, let's get into today's video. All right, guys, so these right here are both my Diamondback binos that I have that are Vortex. Now, this is my very first pair at 10 by 42, and this is my second pair I bought was 15 by 56. Both phenomenal binos, and man, very, very affordable. And if you look at the shape of this as opposed to the shape of this, now this right here is just a little bit blocky. Phenomenal rangefinder, just has a little bit of a block to it, and Vortex really wanted to do something that just kind of resembled this as opposed to this. You guys, all right, these right here are the Ranger HD 3000. They are 10 by 42. And if you take a look next to these Diamondback binos, you have the similar look to what the binos look like, and I think they hit the nail on the head. They said they were trying to, when I was at Vortex earlier this year, they said they were really trying to go with something that looked more like binoculars, and as you can see, they look more like binoculars and not like a rangefinder. Now, we'll talk a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit about what the basics that it comes with. You do get a bino harness with it. You do have lens covers. Now, the bino harness is just a bino harness. Vortex does have a higher end bino harness. This one here, this one does not come with it. It is their other bino harness. If you guys want to know, you can look it up online. It does have lens covers, and as a kid, I used to throw these away, but no, keep them. You want to keep moisture away from your lenses. You definitely don't want, especially in the backcountry where it snows a lot, you definitely don't want these things to freeze over. It'll be a bad day. Now, as far as the strap goes, it is a thicker, wider, softer padded strap, which I really do like. However, I don't really use it simply because I always carry my binos in my bino harness. So usually they come out and they go back in here, and I don't really typically use this, but I do carry it on there simply because it holds onto this for me, and if I in a pinch need it, I do have it. Now, I can hear the grandkids just like yelling over there, so I'm like trying to see what are they doing. Anyways, so we go up here. If you notice here, there are two buttons here. You have a menu button, and then you have, basically, I call this when you want to see how far it is, this is the button you click to see how far your range. When you're trying to range, the button on the right. When you're wanting to go through the menu, the button on the left. Now, you go through the menu, you do a long hold on it, menu comes up. When I first got it, it's pretty simple to use, pretty simple to work through. The brightness of this thing wasn't bright enough. I walked outside the Texas light, guys, and it basically, I could see the range kind of on the screen, but I couldn't really read it because it was too blurred out. So I had to go through the menu button and adjust the brightness. I think right now I have it on level 5. And so really simple, really easy to work through the menu. There's yards, there's meters, which those are pretty obvious. And then they have LOS and HCD. If y'all guys want a video on what the difference between LOS and HCD is, we can get into that. But basically, one is line of sight, the other one is horizontal component distance. And basically what that is that when you're shooting at angles, you kind of want to know what you want to shoot at. And we can talk about that on another video because it's kind of going on some rabbit trails on that, I guess. But I always keep my setting on HCD simply because I just want to know what range I want to shoot at, and that's what I want. That's all I need. Now, as far as your data goes, your data is always on the right lens. What I mean by that is if you're looking through the binos, if you close your right eye and you hit the range button, you ain't gonna see nothing. If you close your left eye, you're going to see it because it's on the right side. So in case you need to know that, all the data, all the information you need is going to be on the right lens. But other than that, it does have a nice texture to it. Slightly different than my other ones, just a real soft, kind of a little bit texture, like a little rough texture. I guess a good grip texture. I do like it. It's phenomenal. But ultimately, the binos are really easy to work through, really easy to set up, and we're ready to go, man. I've been using these Ranger 5000s for the last 3 years now. Both binos are, we're going to have both of them in the backcountry with us. I will be operating one, my son will be operating the other, and ultimately, when we split off in teams, we'll have 2 different rangefinders. But so far, so good. I've just kind of been going back and forth between these and these as far as just ranging different things, both exactly the same, which is really good to know. But regardless, man, the binos are really nice. I am very thankful that Vortex sent it to us, that we can test them out. And so hopefully by the end of the year, I have an update on exactly what I feel about them. But right now, I like the way they look. Really easy to set up, really easy to work through. You don't need instructions. I know my wife's always, did you read the instructions? Like, no, I didn't read no instructions. And really didn't need to. They're pretty easy to work through, which I think for a man is really nice, because I just want to get them and make them work. That's it. And as far as binos go, they're really easy to work with. Now, like these Furies here, they worked with the ballistics app. I never used the ballistics app. I just needed the distance. That's all I needed. These right here do not have that capability. They are strictly just distance. Now, they are 3,000, and what I mean by that is like the maximum ranging distance. I did do a water tower the other day at like 2570 something roughly. Now, as far as a deer goes, which I want to know how far you see a deer, the rule of thumb is usually if they're like Ranger 5 or Fury 5000s or Ranger 3000s, you cut that number in half, and that is the maximum distance you're going to range roughly. Supposedly 1,500 yards is what you're going to hit a deer at. With these Furies, I've done like 1890 roughly, but these Rangers, I don't have necessarily that distance here to see how far they'll go, but I am looking forward to it. But they do say roughly half that number, so roughly 1,500 yards, which is really, really, truly all I need. I'm not going to shoot that far, so I need to get close. If it's not ranging, I need to get closer. But regardless, in case y'all were curious, that's that info. But regardless, phenomenal looking binoculars, phenomenal looking rangefinder binoculars. I do like it. I'm very, very excited. I think Vortex did a great job with them, and I can't wait to really just kind of field and test them. But I'm thankful for Vortex. Thank you guys up there at Vortex. I do love you guys, and I guess we'll see.